We are back.
Yes!
Okay, if you're wondering why Vimla has no makeup, it's because you had a very important question.
Yes,
Okay,
very
what was
important
it?
question. How do you prevent makeup melting? Like, you know, when you're outside.
You moved to another country.
No! Like, stay in Singapore. And like, okay, it happens in shoots and normal time, like Deepavali and all, you're gonna have so many house to visit, and so, like, you know, prevent that.
Right, okay. So usually your makeup tends to melt when you're out in the sun too much, and of course the weather's too hot and everything. But also because you could be wearing the wrong kind of foundation.
Okay.
Right? So I think foundation is really, really important.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you on her how to wear very light foundation where it's not going to crack, it's going to last you for hours and hours, and you might even need minimal touch-up. Okay?
Oh.
Right? So the first thing that you would need is a moisturizer, right? A moisturizer
Oh.
and a liquid foundation.
Okay, because usually they just apply foundation.
Right. The thing is that a lot of time girls tend to forget, or they're lazy, or they don't know they actually need a moisturizer or a primer as a base to a foundation. Because once you have that, your foundation actually stays a lot
Oh
longer.
my god, moisturizer is the key.
Yes.
Okay.
So what I tend to do is I actually, instead of applying on the face, I like to kind of mix my moisturizer with my foundation.
Itu புதுசா இருக்கே.
Okay, the reason why I do this is because this way I know my moisturizer and my foundation, once it's blended and mixed, it actually is a lot lighter. So it is very light, it's very easy, and it's not very thick or cakey, right? So you mix it together. Okay, once you've done that, you use your brush. The reason why I use a foundation brush is because when you apply with the brush, application is very light, it's very soft. So instead of using a sponge, I would use, you can, but when you blend, I think with the brush it's a lot easier. So what I do, just use a foundation brush, just dip very lightly.
Okay.
As you can see, it's very, very light. Okay, then you go straight and just brush it all over the face. So this way, you know, you get good foundation, good application, and it's very, very light.
Yeah.
Right? You can see it's almost gliding on your face very, very effortlessly.
I don't even feel the.
You don't feel, that's the thing, the great thing is that you don't feel the
Yeah.
cakiness, you don't feel the thickness of it.
Because usually foundations are very thick, and then you can feel there's a layer on your face. This
Right.
is like, because of the moisturizer and all, so much better.
Right? So just go, apply it directly onto the face,
Okay.
around the eye, around the nose. You can brush it, it's so easy. Your hair, okay? And then all over the face, under the chin.
Okay.
Okay? And you just let it set for about a couple of seconds, like 1-2 minutes, whatever. Okay, look up. Just apply very lightly under the eye. See, if you want to like touch up a concealer area, just use with your fingertips, go under the eye and pat it very lightly.
It's really very light.
It's very, very light, right? So it's one of the tricks that I actually use on a lot of brides, right? Because usually your wedding day, your makeup is very, very thick. And it's a
Yeah.
full day event. It's not just 1-2 hours and you're finished. It's a full day event. So you want your foundation to be very light, very natural.
You
and you
feel
still
better.
want to look like yourself,
Yeah.
right? Not like you're wearing like
1 kg,
1 kg of foundation, right? Right. So once that is already done, can you touch yourself?
Yeah.
Does it feel?
So sweet.
It's almost dried out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's done.
Right? And then you finish up with a bit of loose powder and again a powder brush. So what I do is I just dab a bit, dust off the excess,
Okay.
and then really just dust it all over the face. You really don't need much. Okay? And because the foundation is so light, and because you're using a powder brush on the face, any excess, you just dust it off.
It smells.
And that's it.
It's very fun.
Foundation is done.
It's done.
And it will last you for hours and hours and hours. And if it gets oily, don't do this. Don't take your compact, your sponge, and touch up on top. don't. Use a brush. Just use a brush, just dust all over it, because your powder brush already would have some powder on it.
Oh.
So that way it also mattes your face.
I see. So you don't have to use extra.
You don't have to. So the common mistake people do is they pile more
Yeah,
and more on
yeah.
top.
And then it cracks more and more.
Yes. And then you look older.
Oh no.
Right? Because all the lines, all the cracks and everything.
Yeah.
Right? So this is one of the best way, one of the easiest way of wearing good foundation that will last you for hours and hours, and it's going to be so light and so natural. It is perfect for Singapore's weather.